we will be recreating my thumbnail since you guys liked it so much. And I know what you're probably thinking when you see this video, like why my YouTube thumbnails are so whack and different. Man, I'm just trying. I'm trying to see what you guys like, but you guys really liked this thumbnail. So I was like, hey, might as well teach you guys how I made it and what my thought process was. So let's start doing it. So I first went to Leonardo AI and I was at someone's house at this time, so I couldn't take a picture of myself and put myself there. So I thought it'd be a good idea to get a businessman into it. So I first started actually with this like kind of smoky character, but then I moved on to a stern man and I picked this lovely gentleman right here. If you guys want to copy what it says, it's right here and you can get the exact same thing. Then let's go in Photoshop. Got my blank canvas. I'm gonna grab all of my assets I used. So let's first start with the background. I use this kind of smoky background that I just found off the web. Let's make it into some size. And then I wanted a kind of like dark background just to make the character pop and give it a little bit of the smokiness. So I went over here. I made an adjustment layer for hue and saturation. I held Alt. If you hold Alt and do hue, saturation, or any kind of adjustment layer, it'll only do the bottom one. So you hit that, and then
real quick, if you need to save time for client deadlines or for what really matters to you in life, then you need my ultimate signature bundle. I've saved so much time, it's unbelievable. And if you feel iffy about it, there is a free version about it, so you get a taste of what saving time and your dream state is like. So now let's get back to the video.
I turned the lightness down and saturation all the way down, so it gave me that nice kind of smoky look to it. So you can kind of see that we have that nice smoky background just like this. Looks like it's a little darker, so let's just come here to the smoke background and decrease the opacity. Oh, never mind. We'll decrease the lightness. So it's just like, that's good enough for me. Now let's add the character, this beautiful gentleman. And I went over to the selection tool. Make sure you click on the layer, go to the selection tool, click on him. It's gonna make a beautiful mask for you. Come down here, right to this kind of square with a circle, hit that, you'll mask him out. Does a really nice job. Look at that, boom. So I drug him down just a little bit, so then he's kind of eye level with these lines. And let's, boom, yeah, that's good to me. Now let's look at how it is. Looks good so far. You can see that to the right, I have all my presets right here. And to the left, or the left and right has both presets. So let's just duplicate this one by holding Command J, or what I think it's Control J for window users. Drag this one to the left, drag this one to the right. Let's expand this to get it a lot taller. Same with this left one. Make sure they're the same. Okay, now let's add, double click on the top one. Let's add a contour to it. Not too heavy, but just a little bit. So you can kind of get that, you know. And make sure that you just play around. Like whatever you like the most, do it. It's all in the game is just playing around. It's what I do, and it's all I do. There's nothing really too special about it. Just play around. All right, so how I got this kind of tiltness 3D kind of aspect to it was I went over here. You have to click on one of these dots and you can see that it'll come up this like X. You click on the dots, it'll give you a little X, right click and hit perspective. That will allow you to rotate it just like this. So I just rotated it to, so remember it's 9.3. So on the other side, this is negative 9.3. The other one's gonna be just positive 9.3. Hit done, go over here, do the same thing. Let's get it to 9.3. See, now you have two of them. Now, here is where the fun happens. Make sure these are the same height and everything. And let's remove that. Quick note, if you want to have these lines like I have right here, just Control H or Command H if you're on Mac. Now let's do text. I just popped the text up here, did my 10, what did I do? 10x your editing speed. So let's write that, 10x your editing speed. So we got that. We sort of position this in the middle, just like that. Put it above him. Stretch it out by grabbing the top one and holding shift, it'll stretch it. If you don't hold shift, it will not stretch it. And if you guys are wondering what font I used, it is the Derma Gothic font. I use heavy. And the way I got the nice blur or glow effect to the pink and to really have the text pop, like you can see there's a little drop shadow on the back. So what I did was I got that. I went over to the rectangle tool right here, drew a rectangle all the way over it, and then went to fill, got my pink, and then we're going to put this under it, duplicate it by Command J or Control J. It's gonna duplicate the rectangle. Now, what we want to do is first go to the text, double click on the text. We are gonna put drop shadow on it, not a huge heavy drop shadow. Jesus Christ. Just like that. If you guys wanna copy my settings, most like, go ahead. Let's make it just a little bolder, 51. And then let's go to one of the rectangles, doesn't matter, just one of them. Go up to filter, go to blur, Gaussian blur. Convert it to smart object. This will give it a really nice glow. You can see the more you give it, the larger the radius will be. The smaller you do it, the less radius, but stronger it'll be. So let's go right like here. Make sure there's no stroke too. I accidentally didn't do that. It's looking pretty good. Ooh, maybe I didn't use that text. I don't think I did. Just use whatever text you like. I'm just gonna, for the purpose of the tutorial, I don't actually remember what text I did, but you can do it on this one. Do whatever your heart content. Make sure this guy is above your text, so get a little of a 3D kind of aspect. And this is the most difficult part, so please pay attention very carefully. To get the glowing, you can see that the left one and the right one have glowing blue, and then there's I make like the man in the middle pink, so then it looks like it's reflecting off of the sign up top. So we're going to add 2 layers. One's gonna be blue and one's gonna be pink. There's gonna be 3 layers total, but we're gonna duplicate one of them. Go to the layer, go down to your create fill and adjustment layer, hit solid color. It's gonna pop up. Get any color you want. I'm gonna do this turquoise. Hit OK. Go click on the white thing right here. That's the layer mask, and do Control or Command I. It's going to invert the mask. Duplicate your blue one or whatever one you're gonna put behind the 2 PNGs. Duplicate it. Command J or Windows or Control J, whatever you Windows users use. And then we're gonna do the same thing, but pink on the other one. So let's do that really quick. All right, so grab the brush tool by hitting B, or it's over here. Right click, make sure that your flow is at, I'd say like 8%. Let's try. Make sure your size is at, oh, it's too big. It's probably like 1,000. Yeah, 1,000's pretty good. And what you wanna do is make sure that you're clicked on a layer, so we're gonna do the pink one. So click on this, make sure this is on white, click. A few more times, that's pretty good. Put this behind him. See, now it gives it a nice, like, kind of pink. Ta-da! That'll give him just the background. And now let's do him. You see how there's pink kind of like outline of him all around it and everything? Let's do that now. Duplicate your pink layer, put that one above it, and we're gonna delete that mask. We're gonna make another mask. And we're gonna come up to him, grab your brush tool, size it down a lot, and just paint on him, just like this. Go on the outer ring of him, go on his hair, kind of get his hair a lot because his hair is like in it a lot. Don't worry, we'll adjust this so that it doesn't hit certain parts and only hits him. So clip it to him so that it only hits him and not the outside. Get around his ears, his head, everything. Cheekbone, ta-da, already looking better. Now let's do the same thing that we did with that glowing background kind of behind him, but with the left and right PNGs. Make sure you have a size brush that's like 1,000 or 14. Oh, that's a little too big. Say 1,000. Make sure that you're clicked on the layer. Boom, boom. Put these behind them. Look at that, looking better already. And for the final touches, we can go to both the PNGs, double click on them, give them a little bit of a drop shadow. Don't give it heavy, just a little bit, so like that. And even an inner shadow. Yeah, the inner shadow looks really good too. Do the same thing for the other one. Drop shadow here, inner shadow. Yeah, boom, you're done. That's it, man. Easy as that. Final touches, you could obviously make the man look a little better by coming up to here and either fixing his face if you want more shadows on his face. Just go up to filter and go to camera raw filter, and you can mess with like the exposure and the contrast of him. So you can see how the suit is a lot darker now. See, it looks a lot better than that. That's it. Thanks for watching. I always appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Always seek action instead of perfection, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.